Oh well, going live now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inappropriate Movie Database, the comedy game show about content warnings. I'm your host, Nick Martucci. We got a fun show tonight, but before we get to that, if you're new here, welcome. If you like what you're seeing, we have probably have 200 videos. Some of them might not have the numbers, but somewhere around 200 videos. Some of them kind of good. So if you like this, watch some of those others. Watch this first. I need the views. And if you're not a member of the Facebook page, you should join that if you search Inappropriate Movie Database or click the link in the description. That's where you can get all the information about this show, including how to be on it. I believe I've got one space open next Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern for movies with the same writer and director. If you want to be a part of that show, reach out to me either there or on Twitter and Instagram at IMDb Game. I've been real lacking in the updates on those, but I promise I will get to that soon. Also, if you want to be on the show next month, I will start booking for October soon, probably next week. That's coming up a lot quicker than I want it to. So look out in all those places for information about that. As I do at the top of every show recently, if you've been watching, the winners of every episode now have the option, if they so choose, to assign to me a movie to watch over the course of the next week. And I got this one in right under the wire today. Watched it about 4 hours ago. Carrie Taylor last week had me watch Bong Joon-ho's 2003 movie, Memories of Murder. And just it's so good. Like I know I'm in the minority that I'm lukewarm on the movie Zodiac and I don't like Seven. And this movie gives me everything I wanted out of a Fincher movie. It's just dark and intense and thrilling and mundane and nihilistic and bleak and funny. If you like crime thrillers and stuff, if you like the Finchers, the Nolans, things like that, Bong Joon-ho just knows how to shoot the hell out of a movie, and he's so good with characters. So if you've never seen Memories of Murder, check it out. Carrie, thank you so much for making me watch that. You've redeemed yourself after Samurai Cop. So we'll see what I watch this week, if anybody wants to make me watch something. Tonight on the show, we're doing a topic that it turns out I haven't done in a while, which is weird because it's such an easy topic to do. It's movies with numbers in the title. I think that's self-explanatory. I feel like I don't need to get into too much detail. Am I vamping a little bit? Maybe. Is one of my guests having audio problems and may or may not be on this show? We'll see. But I've run out of things to talk about. So joining me on the show today are Matt Shore, Zach Jones, Manix Catino, and maybe Wayne Mastin. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Now, I don't have any mini games for the show tonight, mostly because 4 hours ago I was watching Memories of Murder, and I can't do anything else while a Korean movie is playing. Gotta pay attention to the screen. So I'm just gonna jump right into talking. Looks like one of our guests is still having audio trouble, so let's go up top to somebody who hasn't been on the show in over a year, maybe close to 2 years. Also, I believe the only person to ever host the show but never win this show. Matt Shore, welcome back to the show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
It's so good
I
to
think
see you.
I think I hosted that one over a year ago.
Uh-huh.
After that, I was like, I don't think I can do any movies for over a year. And
I mean, that's true. You did pick the topic on that show is movies Matt has seen. You found 12 movies. In the last year or so, have you seen any more?
I've seen a couple. probably up to 19 or 20 movies now. So that's
Wow.
pretty good.
I hope some of them have numbers in the title.
I hope so too. I don't remember.
Well, Matt, is there any movie you want to suggest? Anything you like with a number in the title that you can think of off the top of your head?
With a number in the title?
Yeah, with a number in the title. Mm-hmm.
All I can think of is 300.
That's a number.
Yeah,
I feel like I really liked 300 when it came out, and I don't know if I can ever go back and rewatch it.
Yeah, I definitely haven't seen it since like around then.
I think something about the novelty of like the look of it was so new at the time, and I think that also is the only thing it has going for it.
I feel like I've got this vivid memory of like an edgy high school teacher being like, we're gonna watch this to learn about the Roman Empire or whatever. I was like, when we were all like, yeah, this is the best. And then if you look back at it now, you're like, oh yeah, that's one of the most movies ever.
Well, Matt, welcome back to the show. I'm rooting for you, if not just to see what movie you would suggest that I watch in the next week. Also returning to the show, I'd say returning champion. Last time he was on, he won. Zach Jones, welcome back to the show.
Hello. I'm so happy to be back.
So happy to have you back. How you doing?
Great. Fantastic. I can't complain about anything.
That's good. That makes you, I think, unique.
Yes. well, I couldn't do the show very much for the first 4 months of the year because I was finishing up grad school. And then for the following 4 months, I was getting ready to get married. And now I'm graduated and married, and I just have 4 months to do whatever. And sometimes that means just coming to do the show.
Hell yeah. Well, first, congratulations on your 2023.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're killing it. Zach, yes. Do you have any movies with numbers in the title that you think people should see?
Yes. I would say that a personal favorite of mine is the original 1957 version of 3:10 to Yuma, a very classic Western film. I have not seen the remake with Christian Bale and Russell. I think it's Christian Bale and Russell Crowe, I believe, are in the remake, which I have not seen.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But I know that they changed the ending in the remake in a way that does not appeal to me. But I definitely recommend the 50s version of 3:10 to Yuma.
Yeah, I mean, Western isn't really my genre, so there's a whole bunch of Western movies I've never seen. That's one of them. I've heard good things. Within the last minute or two, I've heard good things. So maybe I should give it a chance at some point. Yeah. Also returning to the show, always glad to see him here. Manix Catino, welcome back.
Hello.
How you doing there?
I'm all right.
What is that behind you? I feel like it looks like something's just coming out of your head.
Yeah, so the dimensions are weird.
Is that like a skeleton arm?
It's a skeleton arm growing out of a tree.
Nice.
It's my current work in progress that you can't see most of.
The work of the progress.
The work of the progress. But it's okay.
Yeah, no, it looks cool. Now that I know what it is, and it's not just like an antler sticking out of your head.
An antler.
Manix, do you have any movies with numbers in the title that you want to suggest to the people?
Yeah. And I'm probably going to get the numbers wrong because I do every time.
Yeah.
I believe it's called 1114 or 1411.
Oh, no, it's 1114.
It is 1114.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1411 isn't a time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and some, military. Yeah, it's not a military movie.
No, it's a movie where everything happens at the same time.
That's
which
another one
makes
I've
it a
heard.
good movie.
Like, I remember coming out. I don't remember anything else about that movie.
You actually helped me find the title of the film once when I was looking for it on Facebook a million years ago.
That makes sense. I know the names of movies. I don't know much.
It's a good one. I think Hillary Swank's in it.
I
I
like Hilary Swank.
I don't.
How dare you? She's an Oscar winner.
Yeah, for a movie that was horrendous.
And you don't like the next Karate Kid?
Never seen it.
I think I saw it as a kid, but I just rewatched it as an adult a few months ago. It is one of the wildest movies I've ever seen. Every decision in that movie is a decision you wouldn't make in that movie.
Is that the one with Will Smith's kid or the one with the other one?
No, this is the 90s. Pat Morita's still in it as Miyagi.
Oh, okay.
Pat Morita.
Boston.
It does. And there's almost no way to know that unless you're from Boston and recognize the train or wait an hour and a half before they say Boston. But yeah, like, basic plot is Mr. Miyagi goes to Boston for like a celebration of the Japanese squadron in World War II, runs into the widow of a guy he was in the army with. She's like, I have my granddaughter living with me. Both her parents died. She's getting hard to deal with. He's like, you know what? Go to California, live in my house. I'll take care of your teenage daughter. And he does. And everybody's fine with that. But yeah, it's a movie. When you think it's going to zig, it zogs.
Zogs. Okay.
I highly recommend anybody, getting a little substance in their system and enjoying that movie.
I'm putting it on the list now.
Oh, and thank you for saying that. I don't know where my video went. It's back. It's just a disembodied voice for a while.
We had a picture of you.
Headshot was a throwback.
Oh yeah, my headshot. That's laughing at Picasso.
The beard is like tight to the face, and then with the before times beard.
Before Jack Black.
All right. Well, yeah. 11-14. I should remember that movie. I'm not sure if our final guest is going to be able to join us. I think I'm going to let him off the hook. Wayne Mastin is great, and unfortunately is having a lot of technical troubles. Can't hear, can't speak. It's Zoom. We've been doing this for 3 years now. What do you want? So I'm gonna say goodbye to Wayne.
Goodbye, Wayne.
Thank you for keeping this dead air. I want you to look at me texting Wayne. Great.
Wait, are any of the 007 movies going to be on this?
There are a couple that fit this this theme.
That's all you got out of me to kill the dead air.
Right. Well, Wayne, we're going to miss you, but we started late. Like I said, there's no mini games tonight, so we're going to do a classic 12 movies. If you're new to the game, here's how the game works. I've gone to IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, and I've pulled parental warnings for a bunch of movies with numbers in their titles. These warnings, I don't write them. I don't know who writes them. Anonymous weirdos have provided me 200 episodes of content, and for that I am eternally grateful. I think whenever I can finally get in touch with somebody who does this regularly and have them on the show, that's the last episode of this show. So I hope it's soon. Anyway, I'm going to read out these parental warnings. My friends here are going to try to figure out what the movies are based on those warnings. To do that, Manix, I'm going to go to you first.
Okay, fine.
Would you like a movie from 1970, 2002, or 2009?
How about 2002?
How about 2002?
How about 2002? It's a palindrome.
All right. From 2002, first movie of the night for 5 points under the category of frightening and intense scenes. This film is disturbing, creepy, but also sad. This movie is disturbing, creepy, also sad. I think I just saw Matt tap out of the game. All right. For 4 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. Smoking and alcohol consumption is shown during the course of the film, but only in pictures.
God, I hate this game.
That's how a movie ends.
All right. For 3 points under frightening and intense scenes. The distorted dream sequence where Sai bleeds out of his eyes is particularly scary and comes out of nowhere. We almost had a guess, and then we didn't.
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
All right. Manix, what do you think this movie is?
Is it Pie?
It is not Pie, but wonderful guess. I debated adding it to the list.
You should have.
I think what made me decide not to is I couldn't figure out the clues for it. For 2
Just
points.
like the movie.
2 points under sex and nudity. In one scene, a photographer shows up with pictures he took of naked women. They are all topless, and some of them touch their genitals. The pictures are briefly shown, but they're graphic. Going to be a long night.
Seems like it.
Last clue for 1 point under frightening and intense scenes. Thematic elements create a disturbing tone for the film. In particular, Sai is a lonely man who forms an unhealthy obsession with a family whose photos he develops.
Oh, I know.
We got 2 guesses, and are you sure you don't have a guess, Matt?
I do not. I have no idea what this is.
Zach, what do you think this movie is?
I think this is 1 hour photo.
Manix, what do you think?
I do also think it's 1 hour photo.
This is Robin Williams in 1 hour photo.
Oh, Robin. I never saw it.
Me neither. I haven't seen a lot of the real dramatic Robin Williams stuff.
You've at least seen
Aladdin?
No, hold
That
on.
is, I mean, it makes you cry.
Dead Poet Society.
I have seen Dead Poet Society.
Yeah, but you don't like it.
I have controversial opinions on Dead Poet Society.
No,
And you're wrong.
I don't think that's that controversial.
I think it is to the people that I've spoken to.
Okay.
People who grew up with that movie love that movie. I think if you saw that movie when you were 14, it becomes one of your favorite movies. And if you
Makes
see
sense.
it at any other point, it's like, I kind of agree with some of the parents. Not all of them. Not the one who's a real shithead. Some of them is like, kids, you don't have to be free enough to go assault that girl sleeping over there. That's not romance. Anyway, Zach is at 1. Everybody else is at 0.
No, Manix
That's
has
not
points too.
Yeah, he also lost.
I lost a
guessing
point.
wrong, so evened out in the end.
Okay.
So Matt, let's see. Would you like a movie from 2003, 2008, or 2013?
Let's try 2013.
All right. From 2013 for 5 points under violence and gore. The main character is hit in the face by another man in one scene. He also gets spiked in the leg with some blood shown, though it's only for half a second.
He's spiked in the leg
He's
with
spiked
blood.
in the leg with some blood shown.
Okay,
Oh,
it sounds
for
like
half a second.
somebody's got like a spike made of blood.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, the racism in this movie might offend certain people.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
Oh my God. Matt, what do you think this movie is?
Is this 42, the Jackie Robinson movie?
Matt, I'm giving you 4 points. This is 42. The Jackie
No
Robinson movie.
way! I got one.
I do not believe it.
I don't
There you
believe
go, you
it.
can
I don't
rest
think I've
easy.
seen this movie.
You might just win now.
It's entirely possible.
Hell yeah, baby.
Spiked in the leg, like somebody sliding.
Uh-huh.
Like baseball cleats.
Also in this movie, main protagonist breaks his bat out of anger in one scene. The Dodgers manager is shown in bed, clothed, a woman in bed with him. And Jackie Robinson character is scared to shower with the white men. One of his teammates is trying to persuade him to shower with them. He says, "Come shower with me." Jackie is weirded out, but it's played for laughs. Nothing is shown, and he doesn't mean it like that.
But he doesn't mean it like take a shower with us. Come on.
Well, so happy to say this. Matt, you're in the lead with 4 points. Zach's
This is the
at
first
1.
time this has
Manix
ever
at
happened.
0. Zach, would you like a movie from 1984, 2004, or 2012?
I will take 2012.
2012.
Is it the movie 2012?
Fuck, I was gonna guess that.
That movie came out in 2010,
Oh, okay.
as I've had to say so many times on this shit. All right, 2012 for 5 points under sex and nudity. A mouse clings on a woman's breast cleavage. For 4 points under profanity, insult and name calling, like characters tell each other to shut up and call each other stupid and moron. One use of "oh my God." For 3 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, people are shown at a party drinking alcoholic beverages, and Larry drinks directly from a champagne fountain.
Larry.
For 2 points under violence and gore, a man bumps a guy into the street where he's hit by a bus, snagged, and scrubbed along the roadway by a street sweeper, hopped on by a kid with a pogo stick, and impaled in the knee, really, by an arrow that Larry had launched into the air earlier. Matt has a guess. Anybody else? Matthew, what is your guess?
I'm pretty sure this is the Three Stooges like remake.
You got it, Matt. This is the Three Stooges.
2
Larry.
for 2,
God,
baby.
that happened.
How do we not get it with the clue for Larry?
Because I chose the name that's the hardest to guess the Three Stooges from. Last clue, Mo runs a whirling chainsaw over Curly's cranium. Instead of hurting Curly, the chainsaw blades are destroyed. Matt still in the lead at 6 points. Zach at 1, Manix at 0. I'm so excited for this episode.
I cannot fathom.
I'm so happy that nobody takes bets on this game because I would be losing so much money right now.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, same.
Manix, back to you. Would you like a movie from 1933, 1982 or 2007?
1982.
1982. All right. 1982 for 5 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. High school students are shown snorting cocaine. A high school student is shown using intravenous drugs. Several high school students are shown smoking marijuana. Manix was real quick to buzz in there. Anybody else? What do you think, Manix?
Is it 16 Candles?
I don't think anybody uses heroin in 16 Candles. That movie has a lot, but I don't think that happens.
You said high school. It's all I can think.
For 4 points under violence and gore, a student is stabbed with a knife in a school cafeteria. Still could be 16 Candles.
The knife for the birthday cake.
Oh no. Shout out, and I'm sorry to Kirk in the comments. It filled up and then we had technical troubles. I didn't do this on purpose. I love you. I need to have you back on the show. We got 3 points under violence and gore. A gang member has his arm cut off with a table saw and then is thrown into the spinning blade, killing him. Also, shout out to Marty and Scoots in the chat too. We got a good group in there tonight. For 2 points under violence and gore, lab animals are killed by a sadistic high school gang, and their corpses are shown. Some commercial TV prints censor this scene.
Oh no.
The only thing I know right now is somebody is regretting his choice for 1982. Last clue. Let's see if any of you know it. For 1 point under frightening and intense scenes, a group of students, part of the punk subculture, continuously threaten and harass a teacher until he reaches a breaking point and goes after them. Nope.
I feel like I
Got
should know it
puzzled
at that
looks all
point.
around. It's a movie I saw recently. It's got a baby Michael J. Fox in it, and that's the only good thing about the movie. It's called Class of 1984.
Never even heard of it.
Never heard of it. You don't have to watch it.
It's that good, huh?
It's sort of like a bloodier version of Jim Belushi and The Principal. Which is another movie that when Tyler Tuttle won the game, forced me to watch.
How's it compared to 16 Candles, though?
That is tough. 16 Candles has a couple of redeeming qualities and a lot of marks against it.
Just like everything.
Well, everybody stays the same except for Manix. He goes down to -1.
Figured I'd try.
Matt, would you like a movie from 1974, 2007, or 2014?
Let's try 2007.
2007. From 2007 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes, sympathetic characters die in quite brutal ways. For 4 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, while welcoming Brits back into London, an American woman informs them that the Green Zone has a pub. For 3 points under frightening and intense scenes, much more violent, darker, and gorier than the first film. For 2 points under violence and gore, a man attacks another man, drools blood on his face, gouges his eyes out, and the man lies still. but then vomits blood, transforms, and attacks other people. Zach has a guess. What do you think, Zach?
Is this 28 weeks later?
This is 28 weeks later. Last clue on that, when people are infected with a rage virus, they vomit blood and goo, their eyes turn red, they become maniacal and try to infect the non-infected. Well, Matt,
I appreciate when you foreshadow that this is a sequel, because without that one, I would have totally guessed 28 days.
Of course, I try to lead people in a direction. I got a method to my clues. Matt's still in the lead with 6. Zach at 3. Manix at -1. Believe Zach, we go back to you now. Would you like a movie from 2000, 2009, or 2018?
Ooh. I feel like 2009.
2009. All right, 2009 for 5 points under sex and nudity. It is mentioned in a joke that the mayor's wife may have slept around. For 4 points under violence and gore, a rat crawls into a sniper's pant leg and bites him, causing him to accidentally fire his gun and shoot his target, a man, in the head. The man is seen slumping over with a large blood spurt. The blood is seen on the window and the wall behind him, and it's seen again later. For 3 points under violence and gore, we see on a live TV via a passenger's laptop that a man shoots and kills a passenger.
Wait, say that again?
We see on a live TV via a passenger's laptop that a man shoots and kills a passenger.
Okay. Who was doing what to who there was not
Exactly.
particularly clear.
For 2 points under profanity, fuck is said 78 times, including 16 used with mother, mostly used by Ryder, played by John Travolta. Zach has a guess. Anybody else? Zach, what do you think this movie is?
Is this the remake of Taking of Pelham 123?
This one's for Kurt in the comments. This is The Taking of Pelham 123.
I appreciate the choice to use the bad version of this movie.
Also in this movie, under violence and gore, the whole movie is about a group of terrorists hijacking a train and holding passengers hostage.
What's up with John Travolta and terrorist movies?
Everybody's been asking that.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen Look Who's Talking Now?
I believe that's also one where he's bald in that movie. Is he bald? Is that one of the ones that
I think that's one of the bald ones.
Yeah, that's one of the ones where like it's like he like tries to like frame it like it is some sort of like bold acting choice, and it's like, no, you are actually bald.
Uh-huh.
You are a bald man. The rest of your life is the acting.
Matt still in the lead at 6. Zach now right behind at 5. Manix at -1. Manix, we go back to you. Would you like a movie from 1954, 2004, or 2017?
How about 1954?
Let's do 1954.
Why not? I don't know any of the newer movies.
1954 for 5 points under violence and gore. A man is cut down with one swipe. No blood, and the attack is swift, but the man's fate is clear to the audience. Zach has a guess on the 5 point. Anybody else? What do you think, Zach?
Is this Seven Samurai?
What else would it be? This is Seven Samurai.
Going back to sleep.
Also in Seven Samurai Profanity, the Criterion Collection translation contains very frequent but not entirely strong profanity. Sex and nudity, a man strips down to nothing but a loincloth a couple of times during the film. Sex and nudity, a number of male characters dress in traditional Japanese garb, which reveal the buttocks, but due to the often wartime context, it's non-sexual. And violence and gore, no graphic violence, but samurai and militia killing enemy attackers, several scenes with houses burning, a woman dies on screen from stab wounds, stabbing with spears, little blood. Some people die by getting stabbed and slashed by samurai swords.
I love Kurosawa, and I've liked every movie I've seen of him, but every time I see like the runtime of that movie, I just like, oh boy, I can watch A Bug's Life in 90 minutes, and it's the same thing. Like,
you can watch Bug's Life at least 3 times.
Yes.
You can watch it enough times that you can start to form a Bug's Life Rashomon. Well, Zach is finally taking the lead at 10 points. Matt sitting with his 6. Manix at -1. Matt, would you like a movie from 1982, 2002, or 2014?
Let's try 2014.
All right. From 2014 for 5 points under violence and gore. Way more bloodier and violent than the original.
What year was this again?
2014.
Oh.
Way more bloodier and violent than the original.
More bloodier, you said.
More bloodier
bloodier.
and violent.
More bloodier.
For 4 points under sex and nudity, a woman tongue kisses the severed head of a man on the lips. For 3 points under violence and gore, a mythical beast, like a muscular cat, stomps and snarls while chained to a throne. For 2 points under profanity, name-calling, like wolf, whore, mad Greek, worthless cowards, farmers, filth, and monster. Stereotypical references to men, women, ancient warrior societies, women warriors, greedy monarchs, mythical beasts, Persian gods, and fathers.
Oh, no.
Manix has a guess. Anybody else? What do you think, Manix?
The second 300. I don't know what it's called.
Do you know the subtitle of that?
Fall of Rome.
I'm going to say this. You get the point unless either Matt or Zach knows the subtitle to that movie. Matt, what are you going to guess?
600.
That point goes to Manix. It is a prequel, so there would be less. Or more, I guess. They could have killed. This is 300
Fast, 300 Furious.
Manix, you gave the exact opposite title. This is 300 Rise of an Empire.
The Fall of Rome makes sense, right?
No, because it's Greeks and Persians.
Whatever. There's still men walking around and all
last
oiled.
clue, sex and nudity. Thousands of male warriors wear only briefs and sandals, or short skirts and leather chest straps that reveal chests, shoulders, arms, and legs. A man who becomes a golden god wears gold jeweled briefs that bulge at the groin area, and we see his bare chest, shoulders, arms, back, and legs.
It's my
Don't
favorite
you just
cake
miss when
song.
men were men?
What was that?
I said, don't you just miss when men were men?
I think there's not enough golden bulges going around anymore.
That's since David Bowie passed.
Zach still at 10. Matt still at 6. Manix at 1 now. Believe this is Zach now. Zach, would you like a movie from 1970, 2003, or 2009?
I'm going to take 19. Let's do 1970.
1970. I think this is going to be one of the shortest episodes we've had in a while, which is nice after we've been doing like close to 2 hours. 1970 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. A man gets a machete to the face. Graphic for the time.
Not like now, we're all desensitized to machetes.
For 4 points under sex and nudity, a fully clothed man removes his gun belt and climbs into a bubble bath with a woman, and it is implied that they have sex. No explicit nudity is seen. For 3 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a nun smokes and drinks heavily. For 2 points under sex and nudity, spoiler, it turns out a main character is a prostitute in disguise. Last clue for 1 point under violence and gore. Western violence, gunfights, machetes to the face, people being blown up and gunned down by machine gun fire. Clint Eastwood takes an arrow to the shoulder. You later watch Sarah remove it.
Oh,
I think only one of you is trying to remember the title of this movie. Not going to come.
Only because the only Clint Eastwood movie I could think of is from 2000. So
I would have been shocked if any of you got this. This is a movie called Two Mules for Sister Sarah.
I heard of this. It's just one of the, when you hear the title, it sticks in your head, even though you'll never watch it.
Exactly. All right, well, that round did nothing for anybody.
killed time.
Did I skip over one of you choosing?
I don't think so.
Who can say?
I don't think anybody can say, but I know. Oh, that's why. I'm looking at my list of rounds, and I'm like, we got 4 rounds left. No, I forgot to put zeros for all of you in that round. So we've got 3 rounds remaining. 1 more go around, 1 more for each of you. Manix, would you like a movie from 1933, 1984, or 2018?
1984.
1984. All right, from 1984 for 5 points under sex and nudity. One of the main focuses of the movie is sex and pleasure, and it's shown throughout the entire runtime. Graphic female nudity and sexual scenes occur. For 4 points under violence and gore, a man is beaten and subjected to various forms of torture, such as being stretched painfully and having a rat cage attached to his face. For 3 points under frightening and intense scenes, the ending may disturb and depress some viewers, especially those who haven't read the book. Zach has a guess. Anybody else? All right, Zach, what do you think?
Is this 1984
That's the year.
in the movie?
And it's also the movie. Yes, this is 1984 from 1984. I thought after the 2012 joke, all of you were going to be right on this.
Oh, man.
Forgot there was a movie called 1984.
There's
Right.
2 movies called 1984, but one of them came out in 1984.
Also a Van Halen album from 1984.
Class of 1984 came out in 1982.
We learned that earlier.
I know. Just looking at my list.
You know, same with 16 Candles, right? Although I think that was 84.
That might be 84. Also in 1984, violence and gore, foreign POWs are put to death in mass televised public executions, which are treated as patriotic spectacles. And frightening and intense scenes, the movie is an overall dark, depressing, and suspenseful dystopia that takes place in an extremely authoritarian superstate. Zach is at 13. Matt is at 6. Manix is at 1. You're all going to want to pick up some more points before we go into that final round. Matt, would you like a movie from 1982, 2004, or 2018?
Let's do the 2018 one.
Let's do the 2018 one. All right, from 2018, penultimate movie already. For 5 points under sex and nudity, a class watches a video about puberty in class.
I know what this is.
Matt, what do you think this movie is?
Is this movie 8th grade?
Matt, you got a 5-point clue. This movie is 8th grade.
Yes. Hell yeah.
I was ready for this to be Ready Player One.
Oh, this is so fun. Also, I'm glad because I was worried about the clues in this movie. Violence and gore, an American middle school holds an active shooter drill, quite brief and not violent, with drama club kids acting out being shot with nearly zero drama. Sex and nudity, a boy asks her if she does blowjobs. She then goes online and looks up how to give a blowjob. Then she practices on a banana. Violence and gore, Kayla is scrolling in her phone, which has its glass screen broken. It hurts her finger, provoking a small blood dot that is clearly shown on screen. And frightening and intense scenes, the truth or dare scene is fairly tense, as an older teenage male, high school senior, tries to pressure a younger teenage girl, middle schooler, to get naked in a car alone with him. She refuses, and he gives up to drive her home, but continues to guilt her over it. That is the hardest scene in the movie to watch.
That whole movie was a lot.
All right. Final movie of the night. Zach is at 13. Matt, right behind at 11. Manix, I'm glad you're here. Zach, you get to pick the last movie. Would you like a movie from 1933, 1974, or 2008?
Oh boy. I got burned by going old last time, so I'm gonna go Well, I'll go 2008.
Okay. And for the record, I will say you missed the second taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 on this list.
Ah.
But instead, we're going to 2008 for 5 points under violence and gore. We see an angry woman yell obscenities and beat her purse repeatedly against a wall. The dirty word is bleeped out, though. Manix has a guess. Anybody else? What do you think, Manix?
7 pounds.
It is not 7 pounds. Again, I looked at 7 pounds and thought none of this will help anybody remember what this movie is.
There was no jellyfish clues?
I think you are now one of the only people I know who has ever seen 7 pounds.
Love that movie.
For 4 points under sex and nudity, a man tells a woman something to the effect of cute thong. We hear something about one of the main character's best friends getting laid with a 2-day walk of shame. We hear the character's friend saying, quote, "Yes, if you do that, George will make sweet love to you for hours and hours." For 3 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a man calls 2 bridesmaids Twiddledee and Twiddledrunk, and several known brands of liquor are mentioned. For 2 points under sex and nudity, a bridesmaid is seen holding a bride's dress while she goes to the bathroom, although there is no nudity. All right, last clue for 1 point under sex and nudity. A woman has a taxi driver shuttle her back and forth between 2 weddings in one evening. She keeps changing clothes in the back seat, and although no nudity is shown, the driver is seen looking in his rearview mirror several times. She threatens to pay him less for every time he does this. Matt has a guess. Anybody else? Zach also has a guess. Zach, what do you think?
Is this 4 weddings and a funeral?
Matt, what do you think?
That was my guess as well.
Oh, Matt, I'm so bummed that was your guess as well. You almost tied it up. No, this is not 4 weddings and a funeral. This is a movie starring Katherine Heigl called 27 Dresses.
Oh. I say that like I've seen it. I have not.
All right. Well, that brings us to our final question. In a moment, I'm going to ask you how many of something. This time related to the IMDb top 250 movies of all time. What I want you to do right now is privately message me over the Zoom a bet between 0 and your total on how confident you feel about guessing something about IMDb's top 250. Matt, you can risk up to 10. Zach, you can risk up to 12. You can risk 0 too. And Manix, yes, thank you. You can risk nothing, but if you get it exactly right, I will give you an extra 3 points.
Woo.
All right, let's get something from Matt.
I'm gonna risk. Only one person can get points on this, right?
If you are both the same amount away from it, you both get points.
Okay.
If you both get it exactly right, you both get points, and you both get extra 3 points.
Okay.
So multiple people can get points. It's rare, but it happens. Okay. So I went to IMDb's top 250, and that was too many movies for me to look at. So I narrowed it down to the top 50 of IMDb. And I'm going to ask you a simple question. This time we're bringing sequels into it, something like a Spider-Man 2. I want to ask you, how many of IMDb's top 50 movies of all time have numbers in their titles? So privately message me how many movies you think are in the top 50 movies of all time. How many of them have numbers in the title? And like I said, sequels now count. Okay, I've got a couple of guesses in. Still have, oh, there we go. All guesses are in. Manix guessed 12, Matt guessed 3, Zach guessed 7. Got the list here. The movies included are Godfather Part 2, 12 Angry Men, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, Star Wars Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Seven Samurai, Star Wars Episode 4, New Hope, and Terminator 2. Meaning that there are 9 movies in IMDb's top 50 that have numbers in the title. That means Manix is off by 3, Matt is off by 6, Zach only off by 2. So, Manix, you risk 0, you lose 0, you gain 0, you stay at 0.
Hector Zeroni.
Matt, you only risked 4, which was a smart play on your part. You get to leave with, I want to say, your high score in this game.
It definitely is.
And Zach played conservatively, only bet 1 point, gains 1 point. Meaning our final scores tonight, Manix tied with Wayne at 0 points. So congratulations, Wayne. If you're watching, you came in 3rd place. Matt at 6, but our winner tonight with 13 points, Zach Jones. Meaning that Zach will get an optional prize that he's won once before. But before we get to that, we're going to wrap up the rest of the show. I want to go through the movies that we didn't get to, just to see if anything else would help. Didn't get to the animated movie 9. Didn't get to 13. Didn't get to $1 Million Baby, which I think is a movie that Manix doesn't like.
One of the worst movies ever.
Didn't get to 22 Jump Street. Didn't get to 42nd Street. Didn't get to Reno 911 Miami. Didn't get to U571, 50 Shades Darker, 48 Hours, 8-Legged Freaks, and Fahrenheit 9/11. We got through a whole bunch of those. This was so much fun, and this is like a nice short episode. This is easily bingeable. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. Before we go, if there's anything you want to promote, anywhere you want to be found, or just any last words, Manix, I'll start with you. What have you got?
Yeah, so I make art. I do art things. I have art in galleries in Manchester, New Hampshire, over at Mosaic, and I'm going to be at the Life Forest in Hillsborough, New Hampshire's Midnight Market on October 6th, selling my art and selling stickers and other stuffs. Oh, and you can find me on Instagram at Manix Creative.
Hell yeah. Matt, you are a busy guy. Anything you want to talk about?
That's true. I am a busy gentleman.
Going all over the country.
Yes. If you're curious about the busy things, you can follow me on the social medias at Matt Shore with an underscore. Doing comedy all the time, forever. I run a show every Sunday in Brookline. Both Zach and Nick have been on, and it's a fun time. We got to get you both back soon.
Yeah, I'm not going to speak for Zach, but Nick will be glad to do this the show whenever you get a Sunday with the spot open.
Hell yeah. But yeah, that's Bad Intersection Comedy. You can find Bad Intersection Comedy on Instagram as well, but that's every Sunday and it's free. So come on by. Um, this week I'm going to Michigan Tech. I'm starting the college circuit. So if anybody's in the Upper Peninsula, I have no idea what to expect.
It's beautiful up there. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm excited. I saw that they have a disc golf course, so that's what I'm gonna be doing in like for like the 8 hours I have before the show starts. But yeah, and if you are a college student or you know a college student and you're like, wow, I wish that guy who guest movies and does funny comedy songs would come to my school, then there's a link in my bio if you want to do that. But yeah,
Yeah, absolutely do that. I feel like this is going to sound bad, I think, but I think college is a really good gig for you.
Yes. Yep.
I mean this as a positive.
It's a good time.
Yeah. Matt does some wonderful songs. Check out like his Instagram or his TikTok. Just
But when I'm
real
not
funny.
doing it, when I'm not thinking about it or writing or
Oh,
performing.
it's happening.
Hearing a voice.
It's happening right now.
Oh no.
I forgot you guys could still hear me.
Matt, I hope to see you again at some point in the next 2 years.
Yes, absolutely.
Now that you know that you're not terrible at this show sometimes.
Yeah.
And finally, our winner tonight, Zach, first of all, would you like to claim your prize?
I would like to claim my prize.
What's the homework you're giving me this time?
Yes, the homework I'm giving you this time is to watch the film Soy Cuba or I Am Cuba. That is a.
I have never heard of this movie.
Okay. It is a Soviet-Cuban collaboration from the 1960s. I've never actually watched it myself. I might watch it this week because I know you're watching it. But it's been on my list, and I figured the easiest way to get it watched is to make you watch it.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, double watch.
Yes.
I think you're the first person to do that.
And it is available. A thing that I love to promote. It is available on the streaming service Canopy.
Hell
and
yeah!
If you are watching right now and you're like, "Well, I don't have Canopy," you should look into it because you probably do, because it is the service that is available, the streaming service that you get through your local library card.
Yeah, if you have a library card, Canopy.
If you have a library card,
great.
If you have a library card, you have Canopy. Anyway.
Yeah, like their selection is unreal. I don't understand. All right, Soy Cuba. Let's check that out. And would you like to promote anything?
I'm not booked anywhere right now. But I'm available. As I said earlier in the show, this third of my year is very wide open. So I'm hoping I will get booked somewhere. And as I always try to say when I'm on here. Hey, listen, there's somewhere out there that you can help, and you can help your community somewhere today. So look out for ways you can help.
Oh yeah. Yeah, help people. That should be the takeaway from all of this. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. Once again, Manix Catino, Matt Shore, Zach Jones, Wayne Mastin will get you back at some point. I'm Nick Martucci. You can find me on all social media at Blundering Idiom. Find the show on Facebook. Search Inappropriate Movie Database or click the link in the description of this video. Twitter and Instagram at IMDb Game. We do this show Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on this channel. So if you like this, subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it. If you want to be on the show, reach out on the Facebook page, the Twitter page, the Instagram page. Like I said, I think there's still a spot open for next Monday. Also, we got 2 shows next week. I should mention that. Monday night, we're doing the writers and directors. And then Thursday, our friend Marty Viscosi is going to be hosting the show with Movies Marty Hates. So I'm excited for that. If you've watched really any episode, Marty has opinions on movies. And I am excited to see what they have for us. That's going to be Thursday night, also 9 p.m. Eastern. And that's the last week of the month, so I will be booking for October that week as well. So if you want to be on, now is a great time. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Goodbye.